Hi there, and welcome back to Twist and Flow Wellness Studio. I'm Adeline, and I'm bringing you another yoga break. Today's practice is all about opening and creating space in the hips. When you're ready, grab your props, hop onto your mat, and we'll get started. We're going to kick today's class off in a seated butterfly pose. So a few things to note as you bring the soles of the feet together. You'll notice that your knees want to pop up in space. A few things we can do to counteract this are slide the heels out farther away from our center, give ourselves a little more room. If you have a set of blocks available to you, you can grab them, bring them underneath each knee. This will help support your knees so you're not feeling like you have to force them down in space to create some opening. And then if you have a pillow or a bolster that you can grab, I'll invite you to take that, slide it underneath your seat, and give yourself a little bit of a lift up off the floor. This will bring your hip points closer to alignment with your knees so that you can find a more gentle opening in the hips, bringing the soles of the feet together, taking whatever selection of props feels right for you. As you begin to arrive in your pose, go ahead and close down your eyes, letting your hands fall on the legs at any place that feels good for you. Seal off the lips and begin to bring the breath in through the nose and out through the nose. We'll take 3 intentional breaths here to arrive. With the end of your next exhale, go ahead and blink your eyes back open to the space around you. We'll stay in this posture and make our way into a forward fold. So again, if you're really tight in your hips, maybe you take those blocks out from under your knees and bring them in front of your shins so that as you inhale to lift up out of the spine, exhale, start to hinge, fold at the hips. You can bring your palms to those blocks as a way to support you in this fold, tucking your chin in towards your chest. Now, if you have more room, you can lower those blocks to their medium or low height. Maybe you set them off to the side completely, bringing the palms to the floor, rounding the chin to the chest, releasing through the spine. Take 3 big breaths right here. With your next inhale, rise back up to your seat, come to your butterfly seat, and we'll set the left fingertips on the floor off to our side. Use an inhale to sweep the right fingertips up and then bend over. Find a mini side body stretch. Breathe into that stretch, that space along the side. With your next inhale, rise through center, set the right palm down, left fingertips rise up, and exhale over, side bend. Big breath in. With your next inhale, rise up through center, and we'll sweep the legs off to one side or the other. Come to face the front edge of your mat for our tabletop pose. Scooching your bolster, if you were using that, and your blocks off to the side, stacking wrists under shoulders, knees underneath hip points here. We'll ground down through that left knee, left palm. With an inhale, lift your right knee and start to draw a circle with that knee, either direction, as big as you can make it. The next time that right knee comes down in space, switch the direction of your circle. Core is engaged and you're trying to square the shoulders to the floor here. And the next time that right knee drops down, keep it hovering. With your inhale, we'll lift the right knee straight out to the side. Exhale to release. 2 more like that. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift up. At the top, extend your right leg, then set the big toe edge of that right foot down on the floor. With your next exhale, press your hips back in space, roll through the right heel. Inhale to rock forward. 2 more just like that. Exhale, press back, roll through that heel. Inhale to roll forward. Last one. Exhale, press back. Inhale, rise up. Pause here, press the big toe mound, and then roll so the pinky toe mound of that right foot plants into the floor. With your next inhale, drop your belly, open your chest, open your throat, cow pose variation. Exhale to round through your spine, tuck the chin, tuck the tailbone. One more, inhale, open. Exhale to round. With your next inhale, make your way back to that neutral spine. With control, hug that right knee back in, make your way to your tabletop. We'll find that same sequence on the other side, starting with our knee circles. Draw that big circle with your left knee either direction, again, as big as you can get it here. When that left knee drops down, switch directions of your circle. And when your left knee drops down next, pause to hover. Use an inhale to lift it out to the side. Exhale to lower. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. One more inhale, lift it up. Extend your left leg out. Set the big toe mound on the floor. And with your next exhale, press the hips back. Roll through the left heel. Inhale to rock forward. Two more. Exhale, press back. Inhale, roll forward. Exhale, press back. Inhale, roll forward. Ground down through the big toe and plant the sole of that left foot. So pinky toe comes to the ground. Find that cat-cow, inhaling to open the belly, open the chest, gaze up. Exhale to round through, chin and tailbone tuck under. Inhale, open. Exhale to round. With your next inhale, come back to your neutral spine. Slow and with control, hug that left knee back in tabletop pose. And from here, we'll make our way up to our first downward facing dog. So pinkies come to the edges of the mat, palms walk forward in space. We curl the toes under with an inhale, send the tailbone up towards the ceiling. Press the chest back in space towards your thighs. Find this anchoring, this grounding through your left heel. And with an inhale, kick the right heel up, three-legged dog. Bend into the right knee. The heel pulls towards the glute. Then we'll start to open stack. Lift the right knee to square stack the hips. And you'll notice that your left shoulder drops down here. We'll allow that to happen so we can gaze under the right armpit. Take a big breath in here. With your exhale, shift it forward. Hug that right knee in to step your foot up. Big toe comes to the outside of the right pinky. We'll find our lizard lunge shape, lowering the left knee to the floor. Uncurl the back toes, plant the top of the left foot. So right foot is off the edge of the mat. Toes are pointing forward in space, a little off to the side. And we'll stack our wrists underneath our shoulders here. Plant into the left palm, turn to bring your right hand to your right knee. And with your next exhale, nice and soft, see if you can press that right knee out in space just a bit. Allow your left hip to dip towards the mat. Nothing major, don't push or force anything here. See if you can find a little opening in that left hip, the front. Take a big breath in and out. With the end of that exhale, go ahead and plant your right palm on the floor once more. Shift your weight to your right palm, and we'll find a big diagonal reach of the left fingertips forward, up, and back. Sweep it back through, plant the left palm. Same thing with the right hand, reach forward, up, and back. Exhale to release. Curl the left toes under, planting your palms. Lift the left knee and we'll press it back to our downward facing dog. Tailbone lifts, rises towards the ceiling. Take a cycle of breath here to reset. And with your exhale, we'll root down through the right heel. Inhale, left leg rises, three-legged dog. Bend into that knee, heel towards glute. Inhale, open stack those hips. Allow your right shoulder to drop as you gaze under the left. And with your exhale, start to release, shift it forward. Left knee hugs to left elbow, and we step it up. Big toe to the left pinky. Maybe you walk that right foot back to set the right knee on the floor. For your lizard lunge, turn to face your left knee. Left palm comes to left knee. And see if you can find that gentle press of your left knee out. Allow your hips to sink to the floor. Pause here. With your next inhale, come back to center, plant that left hand. With your next breath, use your right fingertips to reach forward, up and back. Exhale to release. Same thing with the left palm, send them forward, up and back. Exhale to release, plant the palms, curl the right toes under, and we'll step it back to our downward facing dog. Finding that gentle press of the chest back in space towards our thighs. Take 2 big buoyant breaths here. With your next exhale, shift the weight to the left heel. Inhale, right leg rises, 3-legged dog. Exhale, shift it forward, right knee to right elbow, and then we'll peel the right toes towards the left edge of the mat. Come to set the right shin and knee on the floor, and we'll heel toe that left foot back in space to bring the left knee to the ground. Top of the left foot sets on the floor. Finding our pigeon pose. Now, if you have a lot of space between your right glute and the floor and you have a block or 2 available to you, you can grab a block, slide that underneath your seat, your right hip, and use that as a support to help close that gap between the floor and your glute. Now, you can stay lifted right here on your fingertips, shoulders rolling back, finding that length in your spine. If it's available, you could walk to your palms. Maybe you keep it going to the forearms. If you have more room, go ahead and walk those forearms parallel. Elbows slide forward, and you can bring your forehead to the back of your arms. Chin is tucking in towards the chest, closing down the eyes. Take 6 intentional, slow, big belly breaths here. With your next inhale, start to open your eyes gently, slowly. Start to lift it back up to that risen pigeon. We'll slide that prop out from under if you were using it. Set it off to the side. Roll onto that right hip crease, and we're going to swing that left leg all the way around, bringing that heel to the floor just on the other side of our right knee, finding our Gomukhasana cow face legs. Use your inhale, sit up nice and tall in the spine. Right elbow wraps around left knee, left fingertips come behind you. Find this little twist and really hug your left knee in towards your chest so you can feel this big stretch along the back of your left glute. Take 2 more big breaths. And with your next exhale, unravel to turn to face front. And we're swinging that left leg back the way it came to make our way back up to our downward dog, curling left toes under, press the tailbone up and back for downward dog. Chest presses towards the thighs, 2 breaths here, reset. Notice the difference between your legs here, how one side feels more lengthened than the other. And with your exhale, root down through the right heel. Inhale, left heel rises, 3-legged dog. Exhale, shift forward, left knee to left elbow. Peel the left toes off the right side of the mat to set the left knee, left shin down. Heel toe or walk that right foot, right knee back. Come to plant or top of the right foot on the floor. Find your pigeon pose. And again, you could stay lifted on the fingertips, and maybe you grab that block underneath your left glute this time to help prop up your seat, close that gap from glute to floor. And maybe you have some space. You come to the palms, maybe the forearms, or you slide forward to bring the forehead to the backs of the arms, closing down the eyes in your reverent bow as you surrender for 6 slow, steady breaths. With your next inhale, start to blink open your eyes. Slowly begin to rise, to come back to that lifted pigeon. Take your time moving your prop off to the side. If you were using that, roll through onto your left glute. And same thing, we'll find our cow face leg, swinging that right foot around, stepping it over our left knee, planting the sole of the foot to sit up tall, wrap left elbow around right knee, right fingertips come behind us. Find that hug of your leg in towards your chest. And maybe you ease your gaze past your right shoulder. 2 big breaths here. With your exhale, release, turn back to face front. This time we'll extend both legs out long. Make enough room for our head behind us so we can come to lie on the ground. And if you had those blocks available for you, grab them before you come down to the floor. And as you set your head, neck, shoulders, and spine on the ground, bring the feet together to come back to that butterfly shape with the legs, bringing one block under each knee for some support, playing with the placement of the heels in towards your center line. Option to bring one hand to the low ribs, one hand to the belly. Maybe you open your hands at your sides, palms turned to face the ceiling. Wherever you are, go ahead and close down your eyes. Let your physical body soften, releasing all tension as we come into our final resting place here in this reclined butterfly. Going ahead and sealing off the lips once more, taking our attention to our breath without altering it. Just notice the rise and fall of your chest. As we release, surrender to stillness for the next full minute. Begin to deepen your breath, starting to wiggle through the fingers, moving through the hands. Wake yourself back up here. As you're ready, you can start to blink your eyes back open. Take your time lifting the knees, bringing the feet to the floor. And as you're ready, you can hug one knee and then the other in towards your chest. Give yourself a big squeeze. Cross at the ankles, bring the hands to the backs of the legs, and slowly rock and roll up the length of the spine, a time or two to come back up to a seat where we'll come to meet in our easy pose, our cross-legged seat. As you arrive, sit up nice and tall and close down the eyes. Bring the hands together in prayer at your heart center. Thank yourself for carving out this space to reconnect with your body, with your breath, and create a sense of calm in the mind. As always, I thank you so much for joining me here. It's always an honor to invite you to the mat and guide you through a practice. When you're ready, we'll take 2 breaths in through the nose to sigh out through the mouth together to close. Inhaling in, exhale out. Inhale in, exhale out. Thank you so much again for joining me. I hope this practice helped you create a little bit of space in your hips, and I look forward to practicing with you sometime again soon.